Cinco de Mayo with some flair here in the greater Chattanooga area as we welcome you to USL League One action. Tonight's match presented by Transcard. It's the Chattanooga Red Wolves taking on South Georgia Tormenta FC in what is a rematch of last year's League One final. Hi everyone, Drew Casey with you. Let's take a look at the standings. A couple of teams from the Tar Heel State at the top, and then we zero in on the teams we'll see coming up. South Georgia Tormenta FC sits in the 4th spot with 9 points, tied with Greenville Triumph technically for that 3rd spot. And then you've got Chattanooga sitting with 7 points just from the outside looking in to this point in the playoff position. We mentioned last year's League One final. Let's take a look back at it. It was a good one between these two teams. Tormenta, the host. The ball game was tied 1-1 at halftime. There was a PK strike that found the back of the net, and there was some action late in this one that brought a lot of excitement. Sterling scoring there. Then this free kick that eventually tied the score at 1 apiece. That gets in. This was all in the first half. We were just getting started, but then some hero action late in the game, right off the bench and into the back of the net for what was a USL League One clinching win from Jameel Roberts. Fast forward to now, and this year, these two squads, the biggest difference is the number of times they've been on the respective fields. 5 and 7 in terms of games played, but everything else is so similar between these teams. Chattanooga 2-1 so far, Tormenta 3-4-0, and you see all those numbers very close, including conversion rate. If you're round, you get 15% on both of those. Now let's turn to our players to watch, brought to you by News 12. We look at Chattanooga forward Mael Malongo, the 26-year-old, someone who can really stretch the defense and scored what was some insurance last week in a win over Lexington. He made a furious run all the way to the far stick to make it a 3-1 game, and Chattanooga won it 3-1. On the other side, Jackson Coorey, the 20-year-old from Australia, has been just excellent. Played every minute so far this season for South Georgia and has scored 3 goals this season. It was in 3 consecutive games earlier in the season. He's officially created 13 chances for this team. It should be an entertaining Cinco de Mayo matchup here in Chattanooga. We'll get to the starting lineups and get this one going right after this. Chattanooga Red Wolves and Tormenta coming up in USL League One on ESPN+.
It's here, Ford Truck Month. Come and get the best deals on Ford F-150. The only truck to offer available Pro Power onboard and an interior work surface so you can get it all done. All part of Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck 46 years straight and counting. Get 2.9 for 60 plus up to $2,500 with eligible trade-in. Learn more about pickup and delivery and remote service at your local Ford dealer.
The future is in these foothills. The world's fastest internet from EPB is in homes from Hickson to Highland Park. In classrooms from East Lake to East Brainerd. And in reach of those striving to learn more, be more, achieve more. The future is here with fiber optic speeds up to 25 gigs, only from EP.
There's a beat in all of us. It drives us, it inspires us, and it pushes us through. It is there in preparation, it is there in battle, it is there in defeat, and success. It's the engine, it's our guide. And this beat is my own. This beat is how I live. And this is how I hydrate. Body Armor Sport Water, hydration for athletes.
CHI Memorial Stadium, the site for this contest as we get set for this USL League One matchup. Shirts worn by the Walkout Kids tonight are brought to you by Brainerd Baptist School. Expanding minds, preparing hearts as that walkout just about set to go here in Chattanooga. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Today's starting 11 is brought to you by the Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, the official sports medical group of the Chattanooga Red Wolves, because life happens in motion. See the Red Wolves starting 11. It's a 4-4-2 for head coach Ziggy Korotowski, with Jerez in goal here this evening. Meanwhile, for South Georgia, Tormenta FC, a 4-2-3-1, and it will be Pablo Jara who will start between the sticks. The goalkeeper, player to watch, of course, Kuri is up front, Pedro Fonseca, and Mukwele Akale, and Ryan Sarakowski all up in the scoring areas for this South Georgia team, coached by Ian Cameron. You're just joining us a little bit late. We are just about set to begin this one. A rainy day during warm-ups, overcast, and it will be South Georgia Tormenta FC to begin this one in the white-based uniforms. Meanwhile, the host Chattanooga Red Wolves in the black-based unis here for this USL League One contest here on ESPN+. Appreciate you joining us. Drew Casey, the rest of our fantastic team here from CHI Memorial Stadium in this matchup. Chattanooga 8th in the league at the moment. South Georgia with 9 points, currently in 4th. Takeaway here, but there is an early whistle, and this will blow things dead. Our referee is Deshaun Beard. Shayinka Kahinde and Austin Holt are the assistant referees for this League One contest in this matchup, presented by Transcard on this Friday night, Cinco de Mayo, and it is clearing up and looking quite well for this contest here this evening. Of course, the first meeting of the season between these two teams in what's a very young season to this point. A Tormenta team that's made the trip to Chattanooga here. Made it yesterday. About 5 hours, 325 miles. It was the reverse trip for the League One final back in the fall. And great to have USL League One and the entire USL ecosystem back to it. W League will get going tomorrow, actually. Both of these sides have respective sides in that league as well. You see Kraft, Riley Kraft, the starter in the midfield, who wears 98 in the black. Temperature, we mentioned the rain, 60 degrees, and could see a little bit more coming up a little bit later for these two teams. But it has looked much clearer than it did during pregame warm-ups, an hour or 2 hours out. It really cleared up when the teams came out about 45 minutes ago or so. Preston Kilwine over to the high side. Kilwine making his 6th start. 22 clearances from his defensive spot. Good combination here as they try and go out wide for the left-sided run. It was Mukwele Akale making the side on the far side. 26-year-old in his 2nd season with Tormenta. There's the goalkeeper for the Red Wolves, Ricardo Jerez. He'll have to play it back. Zarakowski chasing down. And looking to outlet off the right side. Fonseca defending closely. The previous member of Real Monarchs at MLS Next Pro a season ago. And now in USL League One here in 2023. Riley Kraft on through. Crafty and Varela. And a setup here for Chattanooga. Red Wolves right to left here in the first 45 minutes. Again in the dark uniforms. And the white uniforms for Tormenta. Moving from left to right here. Tormenta team that, of course, wants to move the ball around the back, lure some defenders to challenge, and then create some lanes and break some lines and get up and exploit. While as the Chattanooga team, a team that wants to keep the ball, wants to possess it, wants to be a very high-press type of a team. This is Nick Akoto on through for Tormenta. Tries to slide it by and rid it off, and that should just be a goal kick, and it will be. And a little extra after that one went out over the byline there. Wasn't quite a nutmeg. Let's see it again here. So on through, there goes Akoto. Doesn't quite go through the legs of the defender Williams, who stepped up. Then a good shield and good team defense by Lombardi to keep out any early chance here in just the 4th minute between Chattanooga and Tormenta FC. Thanks for being with us. Another whistle here. Maybe a slight dangerous play for the common foul whistle. And the quick restart by Otieno. second-year player with Tormenta, the native of Kenya. Of course, very international rosters on both sides in this World's Game contest in Chattanooga. See a nice crowd settling in here on the far side. This contest celebrating Cinco de Mayo. Davey Mason, who was on trial with the club in the preseason, earned his contract for Tormenta and has played quite well. In fact, 560 minutes. Takeaway here. Fonseca trying to get on through. Riley Kraft has dropped back. And now up ahead for Chattanooga. Ropapa Mensah making his first start after scoring off the bench last week against Lexington. Over the top, looking for Malongo, who also scored last week, but head out of a immediate danger. No shots in this one. Walter Varela here. Came over from his club in San Diego along with the new head coach of Chattanooga in year one, Ziggy Korotowski. Cross in and never got through the edge of the 6, but right back out to Akale. Takeaway though, Varela maintaining this possession in the attacking third. And Lombardi has slotted up towards goal and the first touch of either goalkeeper. And Pablo Jara has that one, the 29-year-old from Chile, who's the captain of this team. And a very, very strong distributor on the back line. You saw the toss up ahead, and it's already Jackson Guri. Really talented left foot, 3 goals this season. Might try and give and go and work with Sarakowski. Still Sarakowski. Late runner joining and headed out of the 18. Opening minutes. Scoreless in this one between Chattanooga and Tormenta FC. Thanks for joining us for USL League One action tonight. This is Chris Heckenberg. Collegiate days, 4 years with Cal Baptist out on the West Coast. Now more centrally located in the country, favoring the East Coast, of course. Sarakowski gets it on through. And this will go out, and it will be a defensive end throw. Check out the new 2023 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves-SC.com. You can still kind of see the haze in the air. It is dusky time, a little after 7:30 here locally. This one is through for Fonseca. Opportunity, looking for a foot. Akale tries to maintain. Good juggling ability. Has to maintain and go backwards though. Now to go forwards for Tormenta. Left foot. It got partially deflected from Otieno. And an easy stop with no traffic. And the quick restart by Ricardo Jerez, the 37-year-old, who just earlier today, as this one is all the way through and gets to the far side. And it's the counterpart, Pablo Jara, who was able to get to it. Jerez just a couple of hours ago announced by the league as garnering the save of the week from last match day. 3 matches here on this Friday. Give you a more in-depth look around the rest of the league coming up at halftime, but Richmond and Union Omaha are also underway. Riley Kraft here dropping on back for Lombardi, the 27-year-old for Varela off this left side. Lots of the action for the Red Wolves has been off this left side so far. Kraft's cross is chested away, and then the clearance completed by Heckenberg. Tormenta under head coach Ian Cameron, who's been with the club since 2019, and that year led Tormenta 2 to a Southern Conference championship and also a League Two semifinal appearance. It was the longest playoff run in the club's League Two history. Then an assistant coach for this Tormenta FC in 19 and 20 before being named head coach. The second ever head coach in the professional era of Tormenta FC. And again, Cameron also now the technical director for the club as well. An opportunity to speak with him a little bit earlier in the week. Team in transition, and certainly a target on the back with winning the league title a year ago. As this cross headed out, it's again sent in by Lombardi, but nothing doing. Rolling towards the 10th minute. Akale on the reverse. Attacking from left to right. Off-ball run made by Mason, who's come up to join the play. Now here's Jackson Coury, again, very talented with the left foot, nearly equally as talented with the right, but the left is clearly the dominant. And just 20 years old, still developing in a number of ways, including physically. Footing lost on the far side, and we'll have to see if that plays a role here with the wet conditions after the rain that fell earlier. But as you can tell, no umbrellas are out. It's quite comfortable in terms of any moisture falling from the sky. Maybe a little chilly. 60 degrees, May 5th, Chattanooga. A little under the average. All the way back to Jerez. Approaching 500 career appearances in his professional football career. 176 clean sheets. And recently played with Guatemala and was the captain for the side in the CONCACAF Nations League. On the other side, couple teams with a couple of good goalkeepers where it's maybe not quite a competition on both sides technically, but week in and week out it can vary. With Chattanooga, Jerez, of course, who has the start here, and Carlos Aviles as well. TJ Bush and Pablo Jaro actually both played in the League One final a year ago. An injury late in the contest in what was a 1-1 tie. Thought maybe it could change something. TJ Bush, who was the starter, had to leave with injury. Jara entered. It was around the 80th minute. And less than 2 minutes later, Jamil Roberts scored the game winner, or what would be the game winner. We're in the 12th minute here. Teams having a couple of opportunities towards frame, but no grade A chances. No shots on frame just yet. Chattanooga team that started the season with an opening draw against Northern Colorado, Hailstorm, and lost to Central Valley. Here's Tormenta, and Akale fires towards goal, and the shot is stopped by Ricardo Jerez. So there's the first shot. Jerez didn't have to do too much there. Take another look. The takeaway, the push by Akale with the foot, and then Fonseca played through some advantage there. And back to Akale. Good run here. Had a good strike, but great positioning, and an easy stop to be made by the Chattanooga netminder. Player down here, and it looks like it is the captain for Chattanooga, Walefi, who is the longest tenured Red Wolves player, 55 appearances over 4 seasons. So the medical staff is out to take a look at the 29-year-old who prior to joining Chattanooga had 30 appearances in USL Championship with Sporting Kansas City 2 when SKC2 was in USLC. Now, of course, members of MLS Next Pro. Take another look here. And this is still going on the same foul that was getting granted advantage. Fonseca suffered the foul, and it was Walefi who took the worst of it, and he'll have to come off here, at least for a moment, as the member of the training staff has come out to take a look and tend to Walefi. You see that captain's armband on the left bicep. Coca-Cola is the exclusive soft drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Nice night for a beverage. As we get set for our restart, Deshaun Beard is our official. And it will be Tormenta possession here on the throw-in on the far side, and away we go. And now being waved back in is Walefi, so we will play even here. We've had no bookings in this one, just one shot. It came just a few moments ago. And Tormenta, with that offering, looking for more. Again, relatively even so far to this point. Possession at 52-48 in favor of the visitors. And not much else filling the statistical box score to this point. Back with Jerez, goalkeeper from Guatemala City. Good sequence here, but nobody home for the Red Wolves on the right side run. Looking for Espinoza likely on that far side. Now joining up is Ropapa Mensah. Again, making his first start, third appearance for the native of Ghana. Big time team guy, according to head coach Ziggy Korataski when we chatted earlier in the week. That challenge happened just in front of the host's bench. With no whistle coming. Another strong challenge. Mikhail Williams has knocked it out. Another team leader, the 32-year-old. Take another look here. Right in front of the Tormenta bench. No call there. Tormenta possession. Strong challenge. It was more of a case of pleading no foul. And here's Williams. And the challenge. And I believe ruled clean. There is the head coach of Chattanooga, Ziggy Korataski. First season as the head coach of the Red Wolves. Announced back in December. So 6 months or so, 2 decades of coaching experience and well-traveled in the world's game. Coaching, of course, domestically in the United States, but also extended times in Central America and Asia. Also coached a national team in Asia. He was the head coach of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands for both the men's and the women's teams. Many more stops as well. Lombardi in the corner. Keeps and works with Kraft. Chattanooga has not had much possession the last 5 minutes or so. Back inside to Kraft, written off. And it is going to be a goal kick here. Last touch from Riley Kraft. Previously in USL 2 with Des Moines Menace. Also experience with Richmond Kickers in League One. And let's keep going up the food chain. USL Championship. Some experience with OKC Energy and also a trialist with New England Revolution in 2018. So touching all the levels from League Two on up. This slotted up ahead on the takeaway. Mensah, diving challenge and sliding tackle made by Kilwine cleanly, a stalwart on the back line. 6th most clearances in the league for Kilwine. Defense turning to offense. This is what Tormenta wants to do. Break some lines and expose in transition. Akale, who has the one shot, dishes off, left-footed service. Edge of the 6-yard box is quickly sent out. Heckenberg, though, wins it back. Left foot should win corner number 1 of this contest. And it will be for the visitors. And Tormenta. Plenty of youngsters here. It's the weekend. Happy weekend to everybody. And we'll have corner kick number 1 for Tormenta. Eight goals this season. Tied for 3rd in the league as a team. Tormenta, though, has allowed the most goals in the league, though, at 11. Plenty of big numbers that have been on their table so far. Left-footed service on the way in. It's a low bouncer. Sometimes those are the most dangerous. Sent by Kuri and cleared away. Everybody had come up, nearly everybody. And lots of traffic in the box. Chattanooga trying to defend CHI Memorial Stadium, a place that the Red Wolves have been a bunch to start this season. Match day number 6 for Chattanooga and the 5th here at home. So we'll certainly make that up in the reverse direction with plenty of road trips coming up over the summer stretch run of the League One schedule. And so far, Chattanooga 2-2-1 overall At home, 2-1-1. So 7 of a possible 12 points for the Red Wolves at home. And the lone loss was on the road. Comes to Central Valley Fuego. 1-0 in the second matchup of the season. "20 minutes gone. One shot for the defending champs in Tormenta. Some spacing here. Reversed on back by Sarakowski. Cross was blocked on the way through. Jackson Cooley off that left side. The left footer will, though, win, of course, another corner kick. Had one just a few moments ago. Cooley, who domestically in Australia, his home country, helped Sydney United win the National Premier League title back in 2020. Now in his first professional season here with Tormenta. Readying for the left-footed corner. This is a better one than the first offering, but quickly sent out. Again, Chattanooga dropping everybody back. Looked like Mensa with team defense there. And Malongo stalking at that near post from the corner taker. Right back in towards goal and easily caught. Sealed off and a quick restart. And a whistle has come, however. And let's see. So it's Ricardo Jerez, of course the goalkeeper. And a conversation will be had with Manuel Madrid for Chattanooga. Williams has joined. So is Walefi. And Knutson is there too for Tormenta. Let's see here. It might be on the quick restart by Harris. How much space is given? Oh, it's on that hug right there, most likely. Thought he got a little tangled up and a little extra. It goes off screen to the right. Lead referee Deshaun Beer does not want any trouble here. And making that case known as the clock rolls in the 22nd minute. You can see the moisture on both referee and goalkeeper here. Moisture on the field, light rain on and off. Kind of has that heavy feel as well. Fans growing a little bit restless. And it looks like we will restart here, and it will be Ricardo Jerez after a few minutes. Humidity is 88% in the air here for this contest. Another whistle. Again, we've had no cards yet, but get the sense that that could be coming. And just one shot. And actually now two on the last catch, technically, from Jerez. There's the head coach of South Georgia Tormenta FC, Ian Cameron. Trying to get a read, perhaps, on the way this sequence might continue to play out tonight with the whistle. It's a Chattanooga free kick here. Edge of the attacking third. Long ball sent in. It'll get towards the 6. Loose in front, and I believe that caught a Tormenta leg. Might have been Knutson. Regardless, it was handled by Pablo Jara. Intensity starting to pick up a little bit here. It's been a methodical start, really, on both sides. This is Lombardi off the left side and dropped on back for Malongo. Very athletic player. Coaching staff looking for continued growth defensively. Everybody knows that Malongo can really stretch a team in the offensive direction. We saw that on this very field last weekend against Lexington. Malongo added some insurance in second half stoppage time to make a 2-1 lead, 3-1. An individual play that resulted in Chattanooga's third goal. And we should say, entering last week, Chattanooga had only scored 2 goals all season through the first 4 matches, but added 3 last week. Looking for more here today in a 0-0 game. Flag is down at the moment. It was an onside play before it was taken away. Intended for Mensa rather. And then a foul that will be called against Chattanooga. Here's the ball on through. Mensa working on it. And then a clean takeaway by Otieno. And then a clear push by Mo Espinosa. 23-year-old from San Diego committing the foul there. 25th minute. Left side for Malongo, trying to step on through with Heckenberg. Malongo, we talked about the individualism. This one is on through from Riley Kraft. Through some traffic and an easy cover for the Tormenta keeper and the captain, Pablo Jora. Watch the distribution in the toss. That lefty toss to try and build from the back. Speaking of the back, we talked about it a little bit earlier. A target is also on the back, proverbially, of Tormenta FC. After last season's League One title over these Chattanooga Red Wolves. First time these teams have met up since that final. Of course, the rosters have changed a bit. In some cases, the coaches have changed. With Korotowski now the head coach for the Red Wolves. And both rosters in a little bit of transition here. And still very early season play in the first third of the season. Too quick on the restart for Akoto. Ford is the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. And tonight's match is presented by Transcard. Here from CHI Memorial Stadium with a current capacity of 4,000. The rest of our fantastic team. I'm Drew Casey. Thanks for joining us for USL League One on ESPN+. We are scoreless. Shots 2-1, but incredibly low in expected goals. Just really floaters. Each team has one shot on frame, but again, from 20 yards out with no traffic and not a lot on it. And right at the respective keepers. Jerez for Chattanooga and Jora for Tormenta. Talked a couple of times about Chattanooga last time out in a 3-1 win over Lexington. How about Tormenta? Richmond kickers. A couple of now bad weather days, and this is clean. Tormenta has the takeaway. And they'll settle here a bit. A matchup against Richmond at home as this cross is on through, looking for a head. It was Ryan Sarakowski stalking. It stays in. Good hustle by Akoto to maintain this rush in the attacking third. Akoto will get it back near the flag, sends in. Settling, firing a shot and a diving save. Sarakowski is kept out. Ricardo Jerez with his best so far and the best scoring opportunity. And it started right there with Akoto in the run to keep. And now the good sequence. Everybody stayed put, got back on side, and here we go. Oh, and that nice touch there. Didn't see that first time live from Akale. To really redirect that one and give an opportunity for the opening goal. Chipped on in, clean tackle. But now a whistle comes, and maybe it wasn't clean, and temporary advantage was thought about. And now here comes a set-piece opportunity, and it will be the most dangerous one. Let's take another look. There's the collision. Play continues. It's on that first try. It has to be. There's not much there after that. But a takeaway. But no clear advantage. So they'll set it up. Tormenta will. And Jackson Curry looking for that left foot, perhaps. Very good with the right as well. Wears the socks very low. Going to adjust those here. And one opponent of interference in front for Curry. 5 white jersey tops to his left, 1 to the near. And Chattanooga has dropped numbers back, of course, defensively. Curry probably going to have to strike this one with his right just from where it is. Right foot towards goal. It's a good one. Back post, bending in, loose in the area, still loose. Another try, and this one is kept off and sent wide. But let's see here. Everybody clamoring for a call, and we'll get another look. It's going to be a corner. Thought maybe it had come up on the hand right there of the Chattanooga defender turning, but it did not. It caught him either on the knee or his teammate. So a corner kick, which is the third for Fonseca. First that Pedro will take for Tormenta. Likely because it's the righty power side on this angle. Fonseca looking it over, sends in, and cleared away. Fonseca, who previously in his time with Real Salt Lake, quickly back in. Headed off and now cleared away by Riley Kraft. Fonseca actually scored against LA Galaxy in an Open Cup match last season in 2022. Both of these teams have been knocked out of the 2023 Open Cup. Tormenta made a nice run a season ago, also picked up a win this year. Winning in the second round over USL Championship side RGV, Rio Grande Valley, for losing just 10 days ago on the road to Charlotte in MLS, 4-1. Meanwhile, Chattanooga entering Open Cup in the second round, lost to Birmingham of USL Championship 4-1. That was April 5th, exactly 1 month ago. 31st minute action, a little more than a half hour complete. No score, 0-0 between Chattanooga and Tormenta. Limited opportunities on both sides. Tormenta's had the slight better of it and the best chance a little while ago. And a whistle here will stop play with Nick Akoda. Akoto and Akale chatting here, and it looks like it's going to be awarded a free kick for Chattanooga as a result here. So the Red Wolves will certainly take what could be a break. And setting up for the home side's most dangerous opportunity to this point. Espinoza lining it up, and it will be Mo Espinoza. They go towards goal, far post, headed high. It was well struck. Would have taken a 12-yard header or so. A fight for it on there, and the youngster in blue emerges with it. That'll be a good story to tell for a couple days. Now he knows he has to give it off, as they might need it later. Fun for all ages here in League One in CHI Memorial Stadium. Back to what we were discussing about Tormenta a little while ago. The weather has not been kind to Tormenta now 2 weeks in a row. Last week, in a matchup with Richmond, a 3-1 loss. Match was delayed nearly 2 hours at the start due to weather. A Tormenta, if you will, at home. Here, no delay, just wet weather. Has not seemed to really affected play very much. Did see a few players slip in the opening minutes, but that's about it. Two hands on the body there defensively by Riley Kraft. Had him up on Otieno. No call. Play continues. And Tormenta probably likes that. Have some good spacing here. Left-footed ball sent in towards Cage. It catches ahead of Williams. Out of the 18, fighting for it there. Chattanooga thought Tormenta was over the back. Zirakowski, shot block, came up high. Play continues. Akale. Akoto toes the byline. There was a touch there by Williams. Should be another corner. Ooh, that was dangerously close to a handball in the box. And Deshaun Beard, I think, answering some of those questions right now. The hand was straight down. Appears to be his motioning. So Tormenta will get another corner here. But at the mark a bunch, this is the fourth corner of the opening half. And it will be Jackson Kuri. Left-footed ball, straight ball, top of the 6. Flick back and out by Mensa. Controlled by Varela. Been quiet for this left side for Chattanooga in the attacking lanes. After the first 7 to 10 minutes or so, with Chattanooga possession, really featured the near side in the attacking third. But quiet since. Body Armor is the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Great Nats on the field. Get closer. Sent out wide by Malongo. Run being made on the right side. Red Wolves are through. Ball loose, trickling on around, and sent high. It was caught up in the feet of the defender Knutson, and again sent into the crowd. Youngster in blue thinks, I think he had that one first too. That's two.
Body Armor is the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves.
10 minutes until we get towards 45 in first half stoppage time. Might see a couple. Had one injury stoppage and a couple of whistles and conversations with our referee amongst both sides, but no cards. Coming up at halftime, we'll look around the rest of USL League One. News and notes, scoreboard, and stats, of course, with our action here. This one chipped up on ahead. Fonseca with the orange cleats up on the high side down. Fonseca making the central run. Coolry taken down in the box. No whistle. Didn't look like much. Tormenta wanted something. The arms went up from Akoto and Heckenberg behind the play. And now contention on if this is corner or goal kick. Chattanooga and Jerez think goal kick, that is. But it will be awarded as a corner. Let's see here. Kicking around. Tough to tell there. Looks like a break, though, for Tormenta. Another corner kick for the visitors. This, the fifth of the opening half. And Cooley for the fourth time. Inside, a punch is put on by Jerez. Controlled and now sent on by Madrid, who was able to keep it off and took a bit of a collision there. And slow to get up, and now back to his feet. Regains that defending position. And Cardona makes the run for Chattanooga. And Jerez is contesting that the last sequence in the box that sent his defender Madrid down should have been a call against Tormenta. And thus prevented a sequence like this for another corner. Conversation amongst the officials. You could see it there. Madrid saying it was a foul. That's what he thought. Chattanooga growing restless on the field and amongst the spectators as well. Everybody appears ready, but not quite yet. See that select match ball as we roll into the 39th minute here. And there is the ready for play whistle. Here comes that corner. High strike, headed towards goal. Sent down from about 8 yards out and maintaining the dribble momentarily, but given right back. Varela couldn't control. Now the cross back in for Tormenta. Intended for Knutson making the run there. Who has come up into the center area. Very good frame to fire at 6'2" for Knutson in his first season with Tormenta. Possession has been with the side from Statesboro much lately. This one cleared before it could get to the box of the goalkeeper, that is. Still loose. And play continues. Everybody clamoring for calls. Ball loose here. Player down Otieno. And Chattanooga had to run out of the way of that one. Fortunate bounce now for the Red Wolves. Might have some numbers. Mensa nearly dispossessed. Tormenta racing on back. They've got the transition defense rolling. Left-footed service that's high over everybody. And a furious late first half. Hustle on both sides. Possession has swung a bit decisively here in favor of South Georgia Tormenta FC, now 58% to 42. Goalkeeper Hara we have not heard from in 10 to 12 minutes. An alum of Wingate University in the Carolinas. Now playing for Tormenta, likes that southeast part of the country. Good reversal on through by Otieno. And up ahead for this first half action, that is scoreless, 0-0 from CHI Memorial Stadium. Tormenta building. 3 shots, 2 on frame. Challenge here. And looks like it's going to be ruled a free kick here. Select is the official match ball supplier of the USL League One and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. So some of the substitutes staying loose, just adjacent to this free kick coming for Tormenta. Some might consider it a better angled corner. Cooley with the left. Out swinging, looking for control. The header sent in by Heckenberg, and then out wide by Sirakowski. And Red Wolves looking to roll. Play has squarely been on the right half of the field for the last 10-15 minutes. Looking for Mensa here. On the chase, but it's given up. Good reversal. Space from Cooley. Inside, right foot, Fonseca has buried it! Pedro Fonseca makes it 1-0 Tormenta. Jackson Cooley with the left foot. Technically sound, gets it to Fonseca, who does not miss. The second for Fonseca in a Tormenta kit. And a 1-0 lead for the visitors. Starts with the great reversal. Cooley, one step. The takeaway, tight slot, and a better finish cross cage, beating a diving Ricardo Jerez. So the opening strike coming here in the 43rd minute, 42nd officially. Fonseca able to bury it. Sensed it might be coming. Tormenta had controlled the possession, was just looking for that last connection. South Georgia head coach Ian Cameron sharing, just missing on a couple of those key elements to win matches. Well, a key element right there. Able to strike here in the 42nd minute from Fonseca. So that will quiet the crowd here a little bit on this humid, overcast night on Cinco de Mayo. Cooley will, of course, get the assist. It's been goals for Cooley, 3 of them on the season. Also had 1 assist entering tonight. So now 2 assists for what is a now total of 8 points for Cooley in his first professional season.
That is correct.
Should have a few minutes of first half stoppage time. We'll see in just a few moments. Mikel Williams around the back. Lombardi, Williams, Madrid, and Cardona, the back line for the Red Wolves tonight. Conceding a goal just moments ago. And a restart coming for Chattanooga. Espinoza thought it was kicked loose after it was set down by a defensive player there, and might have been right. But we've had no cards in this one. And we play in a 1-0 game. Tormenta scoring just moments ago. Fonseca finding it on a feed from Kuri. High side left. Stepping on through here, we should have a whistle, and we will. And it will be a free kick opportunity. Edge of the attacking third, Espinoza, fouled by Kuri. And we will have 3 minutes of first half stoppage time. So plenty of time for Red Wolves to chase an equalizer. And no rush needed here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time added to the first half.
They're announced over the public address system here at CHI Memorial. Espinoza waiting for it. Various appearances for the United States Youth National Team from U15 through U19 over the course of his younger years. Espinoza now 23. Service is in, ball loose. I think there was a hand there of the attacking Malongo. Williams there as well. And it is going to be precisely that. Typical start to a first half for the first half hour or so. Tormenta has had the better of the play since the middle of stages of this first half. And as a result has scored, and Fonseca from Kuri coming in the 42nd minute. As we have roughly 2 minutes remaining of first half stoppage time. Plenty of news and notes, scores around the league. First half focus from our game, and a scene set for the second. That's all coming up at halftime of our USL League One coverage. Can Red Wolves find an equalizer before the locker room? Expect we'll see some adjustments. Chattanooga with some injuries. No Christian Enriquez, no Yair Paez. Enriquez out with an ankle injury. Paez out with a foot injury. Renteria has not played all season. Richard Renteria still ongoing international processing with the visa. And perhaps the biggest absence in terms of recent is Andrew Paoli, who misses the first game of the season for Chattanooga. His teammates looking to level, and right on the edge of the box, just enough real estate here in Tennessee for Pablo Jara. Paoli out with an ankle injury. Did have to leave with what appeared to be perhaps a knock after getting a card last week. Final seconds of this opening half. Fonseca, the goal scorer, you can see him from anywhere with those bright orange cleats. And he may have just seen a yellow card come out, and he has. So Fonseca picks up the yellow after scoring the goal. The whistle had blown, and Fonseca continued to try and take it away. Has it here, Fonseca does. Now loses it, and the two hands around. Yellow every time. It was a quick one, but when you put two hands like that, makes the referee's job pretty easy. That might be the final whistle of the opening half, and it is. 45 minutes in the books here from CHI Memorial Stadium as the teams head to their respective locker rooms for the conversation. So Fonseca has the goal, also picked up the yellow there, so bit of a half and half maybe reaction, but the goal of course carries much, much more weight. Fonseca, the assist from Kuri in a first half here on a rainy-ish Cinco de Mayo Both teams headed to the locker room. We'll have our halftime coverage coming up right after this. Tormenta leads Chattanooga 1-0. It's USL League One on ESPN+.
I need to try it first.
It's here, Ford Truck Month. Come and get the best deals on Ford F-150. The only truck to offer available Pro Power onboard and an interior work surface so you can get it all done. All part of Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck 46 years straight and counting. Get 2.9 for 60 plus up to $2,500 with eligible trade-in. Learn more about pickup and delivery and remote service at your local Ford dealer.
Halftime here in Chattanooga. There is Rusty the Red Wolf. The home side is down 1-0. South Georgia Tormenta FC has the advantage on Pedro Fonseca's goal late in the first half. We turn our focus around the rest of USL League One here at halftime, and today we are taking a look at Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC and a tough story. Irvin Parra, recently diagnosed with cancer, player for Northern Colorado, of course, and a nice piece here as he discusses his diagnosis.
I'm pretty sure everybody around right now wants to know like why I'm not playing and whatnot. I'm battling cancer. Got diagnosed with testicular cancer, February 6th. Right away, my oncologist told me that I needed surgery. On February 13th, I did my surgery. Through the scans and everything, it looked good, so I could have returned to play. So that's why I was back in preseason, with the team and whatnot. But unfortunately, my oncologist called me again. I had to go in to get a PET scan, and so once I did the PET scan, the results came in that cancer was spreaded. So then I had to do 3 cycles of chemotherapy, which is what I'm currently doing right now. So far, so good. I've been taking the treatment quite well. There is some rainy days, just like there is some sunny days. I love to be out there, and even play 10, 5 minutes. Sometimes, life just gives you certain obstacles that you have to, be patient. It's been quite difficult, to be honest with you. I mean, this is all I've ever have done in my life. The game is temporary, and for me right now, I see life a little bit different. Honestly, I have one goal, and that's to get back to 100% health. I'm pretty sure everybody wants the same. I know once I'm at 100%, I kind of showed last year what I'm about.
Good chest down the shot. Oh, what a goal, Irvin Parra! Are you kidding me? That's what that man can do.
The t-shirts, that was being given out to the players in the warm-ups. It was just something that I'm never going to forget in my life. I genuinely feel that they're playing for me, since I'm not there to play for them. I'm really proud of that, I'm really proud to know that I play a big role in this organization and in this team. Honestly, what I learned about myself these past few months is I didn't know I was that strong. Like I don't know, I wasn't strong. That's it.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang out, okay? Tell me your name, sir. You are right now?
Halftime here in Chattanooga. Tormenta has the 1-0 lead over Chattanooga. Halftime is brought to you by Star Community Builders. Their newest development, the Tennessee Gateway, features CHI Memorial Stadium, brand new townhomes, apartment living, and for-lease commercial, office, and retail. To learn more about Chattanooga's ultimate live, work, play community, contact info@star-cb.com. Star Community Builders, creating the visions of tomorrow, today. Around the rest of USL League One, as we take a look at some news and notes, Greenville is the first to 50, first club in league history to reach 50 victories. A couple of signings as well, and Nomeza is the player of the week after recording his second professional brace in Omaha's victory over Hailstorm the last time out. Into the team of the week for USL League One. Take a look at Meza there, of course, the player of the week. And rounding out up and down the list, there is nobody from either side in our matchup, but that's the team of the week. Let's go around the rest of... Oh, Cardona is there, actually, at the very top. Missed him there. So let's go to the scoreboard now in USL League One. Earlier this week, Greenville 3-1 over Charlotte. 1 Knoxville and Fort Madison played to a 0-0 draw also on Wednesday, and it's 0-0 in the 67th between Richmond and Union Omaha. And coming up later, Central Valley Fuego and Northern Carolina FC. And looking at what comes up later, tomorrow and beyond here, all this action on ESPN+. Chattanooga next will get 1 Knoxville on May the 16th. Lots of long layoffs here. We'll talk about that coming up in the second half. And the next matchup after tonight is that 1 Knoxville and Chattanooga matchup. So 1-0 is our score here. Tormenta FC leading Chattanooga as we take a timeout and roll through our halftime coverage. It's USL League One here on ESPN+.
I need to try it first.
The future is in these foothills. The world's fastest internet from EPB is in homes from Hickson to Highland Park. in classrooms from East Lake to East Brainerd, and in reach of those striving to learn more, be more, achieve more. The future is here with fiber optic speeds up to 25 gigs, only from EPB.
There's a beat in all of us. It drives us, it inspires us, and it pushes us through. It is there in preparation, it is there in battle, it is there in defeat and success. It's the engine, it's our guide. And this beat is my own. This beat is how I live. And this is how I hydrate. Body Armor Sport Water, hydration for athletes.
It's here, Ford Truck Month. Come and get the best deals on Ford F-150. The only truck to offer available Pro Power onboard and an interior work surface so you can get it all done. All part of Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck 46 years straight and counting. Get 2.9 for 60 plus up to $2,500 with eligible trade-in. Learn more about pickup and delivery and remote service at your local Ford dealer.
Halftime coverage continuing here from CHI Memorial Stadium with the score, Tormenta FC 1 and Chattanooga Red Wolves SC 0. Let's take a look back here at the first 45 minutes in our highlights. And this one started with a little bit of action on both sides, but no real grade A quality chances. It was late in the half where it started to get rolling. Here's the best chance at the 20th minute mark or so. Akale on through and easily handled by Jerez. And we'll see it again here with Akale, the 26-year-old, getting on through, and Jerez able to see it and catch it right in those arms. Lots of action for Jerez. Good set-piece opportunity for Tormenta. This loose here and set just wide. A near opportunity. Everybody clamoring, thought maybe there was a hand. Now, see it again here from the closer up, and actually there, seeing it made of that right arm of Akoto running through there in Knutson. But regardless, it did not go and did not play a big role. Tormenta FC, you're going to see a lot of this attacking here on this right side, and Kuvri making something work, not really out of a whole lot. That play started with Akoto keeping it in well before this shot and handled there by Kuvri, using that left foot. That's the dominant foot into Fonseca. His right foot, his dominant, and buries it cross cage for a 1-0 lead for Tormenta. That was in the 42nd minute, and there was not much action elsewhere other than a yellow card that was shown to Fonseca in the dying seconds of the opening half. Here are the first half stats. Shots 6-5 in favor of the leaders and 4-2 on target for Tormenta. Possession at 56-44. And not much else. The one yellow card for Tormenta that was also shown to the goal scorer, Pedro Fonseca. No corners for Chattanooga in the opening 45 minutes. And Tormenta had a bunch, officially going in the book with 6 in the first half. Both teams have come out now for the second half, and we will get that second half going in just a little bit. So Red Wolves and Tormenta. You see the adjustments here being discussed now on the field. Everyone's come out. The captain of this team wearing jersey 8, Walefi. And the rest of the club for Chattanooga Red Wolves, 2-2-1 overall, 7 points. And 5 of the first 6 at home. So if Chattanooga cannot find a way to garner at least a point here, it would be 2-3-1 through the first 6. And with 5 of the 6 at home, probably a bit disappointing for the Chattanooga Red Wolves. On the other side, South Georgia has played 2 more matches and can get to 4-4-0 if this result holds, and would move to 12 points and push further up the table. Of course, though, some games at hand relative to other clubs in the league. Chattanooga with games at hand on almost everybody in the league as both teams ready for the beginning of this second half. Good time to remind you that don't miss a minute of the action in 2023, whether your club is on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN+, the home to the USL, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. You can sign up today at plus.espn.com. And we do thank you for joining us as the second half whistle sounds from referee Deshaun Beard. And the second 45, we are off and rolling here from CHI Memorial Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. With the rest of our team, I'm Drew Casey. Thanks for joining us for League One on Cinco de Mayo as we approach 9 o'clock Eastern time here locally. Opening goal, the only goal so far was in the first half, late in it, 42nd minute for Fonseca from Jackson Kuri. And Fonseca playing with a yellow card as he picked up late. Tormenta, when leading at halftime this season, is unbeaten 2-0. And Chattanooga, when trailing just one other time, 0-1. So the results have held for these teams in this halftime situation, but an extremely small sample size. Nico Cardona, who was on last week's Team of the Week in the league. I called his name very much in the opening half. Malongo, flag up here to indicate a foul that is going against the attacking team and Malongo. So it will be a restart for Tormenta. Last week against Richmond for Tormenta, didn't really get it going until the second half, and that burned them down 3-0 at the break. Couldn't do much. Head coach Ian Cameron saying it was a very passive first half a week ago. Didn't have much physicality. That's different here this evening, and you'd expect that, especially with what transpired last week and the fact that, again, remember, this is a rematch of last year's League One final. Fonseca and Kuri, some friendly fire there. They may have won a free kick opportunity. Chattanooga does not agree. Davey Mason has come up to settle and take this free kick. Mason, the 24-year-old, earned his contract in the preseason with his performances with the reigning league champs. Fonseca the takeaway, but a quick recovery. Could have been some dangerous territory and a chance at a 2-0 lead. Madrid calm, cool, and collected to get that one out of the danger zone. See what the adjustments might look like here at the break. Chattanooga, it should be noted, of all the goals they've scored this season, none have been in the first half. So that stays true to form. Not necessarily a huge trend or anything to take note of, pretty common in the game. Foul here with some contact and little extra, and Williams, and a yellow card's gonna come out. Let's see who it's against. One or both, and it appears it's going to be Nick Akoto. So let's see, Akoto making the run, the push in the back. Flag is up. Probably not a yellow card opportunity, but then the delay of game there. And Williams steps in, gives a push. Usually you see the retaliator there, but the yellow might be for the delay before the embrace, shall we call it. So it is Akoto who is shown yellow, becoming the second player in the match with the yellow card, and the first member of Tormenta. Fonseca actually had the first one, so it's 2 on Tormenta. Both like for Tormenta. Fonseca late in the first half, and Akoto here just moments ago. Chattanooga Red Wolves looking to take advantage. Riley Kraft is through, fires the shot, and it's stopped, sent right back out by Hara. Another opportunity, Varela. Best scoring opportunity we've seen for Chattanooga tonight. Push in the back once and even twice, and no whistle sounds, and Chattanooga has it back. Whistles here. It's not going to be a card here. Our yellow cards here tonight are presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. This is going to be a free kick opportunity for Chattanooga. Best chance they've had just moments ago. And now an opportunity in a dangerous area. Mo Espinoza lining it up left side. It won't be Espinoza. Right foot is towards goal and cleared away off of a head and off of an offensive head. So it appears, no, it was off a defensive head. It will be a corner kick. So to the corner spot. And Riley Kraft will take this corner kick, brought to you by your local Ford dealer. Good combination. Inside left foot looking to equal. Fonseca's orange cleats in the way. Then cleared out, it'll stay on this side. Mikhail Williams walking the defender Akoto with the yellow card over. Those two, a disagreement on the other side that led to the yellow. Something to watch perhaps. And those yellow cards brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office here tonight. 51st minute action early in the second half. Thanks for being with us. Tormenta's lead from the first half. Fonseca in the 42nd minute. Cardona. Yellow to Akoto, by the way, officially going down as argument for the reasoning. In case you were wondering, not a delay. Chattanooga looking to respond. There's the takeaway by Otieno. Some numbers for the white-clad Tormenta FC. Two in front. Akale cross through. Catches the head of Cardona. Had Kuri looking to stalk and make a play, but the header sent it out of sequence. And Mason will throw in for South Georgia.
You're scaring me out.
Opportunity that Tormenta coming up, and we might see it in a substitution. Might get Jake Dengler back here on the field today. Available as a substitute. Second team all-league player last season. And played every game for Tormenta and nearly every minute. We have had no changes to this point, though, on either side. Kuri here, working towards the flag. Gets on through with a step on Cardona. This slide and this tackle, it's an offensive guilt. It was outside the area anyway. And Kuri commits the foul. Ardo Jerez out with a quick restart. Very strong reactionary goalkeeper. No reaction going to be needed here as it was taken away, but then sent back for Chattanooga in the middle third. Varela with a step and a build. Furious run down the center. Kraft making that run, still onside. Waiting for the service. Gets through, and it's fired just wide. You could see it building for 10, 20, even 30 paces. And just wide from a level game at one from Riley Kraft. The tight on Espinoza. Dropping through lots of traffic. Tormenta just couldn't get a foot on it. And hands to head for the host side. Great opportunity. Chattanooga's had its two best chances in the opening 9 minutes of the second. Opening up a little bit. Chattanooga Red Wolves finding those opportunities. The high press can play a role here. Otieno calmly ahead. Sarakowski, over 1,000 minutes last year with this side. 1-0 lead, looking for more, serve in, but nobody making a run. Fonseca there, but looked like a little miscommunication. Would have been tough to get on top of with the service as well. Check out the new 2023 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves-SC.com. We saw Rusty the Red Wolf earlier at halftime for the team whose official colors are cinnamon, powder, and sky. Looking to find a way to level this one at one. Soft touch here, no whistle. Tormenta takes. Looking to accelerate is Akale. Started a couple of good chances in the opening half. Now Nick Akoto on the yellow. Moving towards that corner flag, closely defended by Lombardi. Lombardi wins it. Strong play by Aron Lombardi, the 27-year-old who played collegiately at the University of San Francisco, but given right back. Tormenta has it, and Otieno. That stab with the left toe, too strong, and out over the end line.
Concessions tonight are brought to you by Coca-Cola, the exclusive beverage partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Quench your thirst with the Coca-Cola beverage. Together, taste better.
Body Armor is the official sports drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves here on this Friday evening on Cinco de Mayo. 1-0 our score. Tormenta with the advantage after Fonseca struck in half one. Chattanooga looking to level. Ropapa-Mensah working defensively. Knutson. Now Mo Espinoza. Varela back to Espinoza. Pops it in. Sent out. Fonseca after Davy Mason had the header inside the 6.
Nothing to do down there. Bad news down there, bud. But I'll give you.
Couple of whistles here to adjust the positioning of the restart for Davy Mason. See it again here, pointing. Still waiting. And now restarts here in the 57th minute off the noggin of Kuri. Something we've talked about Kuri a bunch tonight. In addition to talented left foot, good with the right. Has a fantastic ability to change direction too. And we saw the slight angles that he was able to create on that tight pass to Fonseca on the goal. Really doing it all. Here's Cardona with some space. Right-footed crosses through. And it's sent from just outside the 6 and out. Chattanooga starting to buzz here a little bit as we approach 1 hour complete. Akale wins the challenge from Walefi. Now some space. Long range fire and score! What a strike by Ryan Sarakowski. While it was Chattanooga buzzing and looking to equalize, instead it's Tormenta with a 2-0 lead here in the 58th minute. Oh, what a strike by Sarakowski.
Has scored a goal in the 58th minute of the game.
Let's see it again here. Lots of contact there. Akale strong on it. And then finding his space, Sarakowski 25 yards out. And a banger of a goal, top corner to the near side, beating Ricardo Jerez. And Tormenta FC looking to gel. The reigning league champs have started 3-4, but now in fantastic position here, leading 2-0 as we roll into the 59th minute. And Sarakowski strikes that one in for Ryan, his first goal of the season. And they're the 2 goal scorers together. Snap a shot and the 2-0 lead with Sarakowski and Fonseca. There was a member of Tormenta FC currently down and being tended to. Paco Craig leads Miami FC into Kentucky to face Josh Winder and the reigning Eastern Conference winners, Louisville City FC. Don't miss the start of the new season of the USL on ESPN, Saturday, May 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. That is next Saturday for the USL on ESPN. It is Akoto who is being tended to. It looks like we might have a change. So 2 changes coming for Tormenta. The first is Andrew Akindele coming on, replacing Pedro Fonseca.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And Nick Akoto will also come off.
Southern Georgia Tormenta FC in the 60th minute of the game. Entering the game, number 19.
Deshaun Nemhard will be the player. You see him coming in now for Nick Akoto, who was down. So again, it's Nemhard and Akindele coming on, replacing 2 starters for Tormenta FC. Fonseca comes off, and so too does Akoto. These changes coming here at the 1 hour mark. The first of Perhaps more changes for Tormenta. 2 subs used and 1 opportunity used, 1 window used. See if we might see some changes on the Chattanooga side as well. Now chasing what is a 2-goal deficit here at home with just a half hour remaining. Akoto, who was labored a bit, also now leaves. And the yellow card does not become an issue. The same for Fonseca. The 2 with the yellows leave. And tactically and technically and logically would make a lot of sense in the soccer world to do that. Up 2. Don't want to let the opponent back in by going down to 10 men. So Ian Cameron makes those changes here. And the crowd certainly quieted after the first goal. And quieting here too. Now down 2-0 for the home side. Red Wolves have not made a change just yet and really had some fantastic chances in the opening 10 minutes or so of this second half. But the goal coming in the 58th minute from Tormenta Serakowski, certainly changing things. Looking for more. Taken away by the Chattanooga captain, Walefe. Pass a bit too far for Varela, but plenty of space in front. And now drops for Malongo. Malongo centrally. Chips. Has it back. Malongo. Fires the shot. Just wide. It snuck on through. A very, very wide angle, and Pablo Jara had to get a touch on it. So it will be a corner. Let's take another look here. Malongo gets it back on the nice touch from Mensah, and then this is all Malongo. Just squirting across the goal mouth. And a corner kick as a result for Espinoza, who will take for Chattanooga. Second corner tonight, second of this second half. Left-footed service on the way in. Headed out by Knutson. We'll do it again. They'll reverse it here. This corner kick is brought to you by your local Ford dealer. Riley Kraft will take it. Great opportunity in transition earlier in the half. Can he serve this one in? Punched away. Maybe just been headed away by Tormenta defensively and out of immediate danger. Talked about the Chattanooga surge through the beginning of this half. Chattanooga, 68% of possession through the first 15 minutes of this half. But the hosts do concede. '64th minute taken away. Sent long. Back touch to the near side, and Cardona. Malongo working on with Espinoza, but the trio there unable to communicate as they would have liked or connect as they would have liked. Just slightly off, and Espinoza will trot back. Coca-Cola is the exclusive soft drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Find a way back here against Tormenta. Visitors have been strong. Fonseca late in the first half has since come off. Serakowski from 25 straight on here in the second, and a 2-0 lead. 25 minutes to go. Looking for Serakowski again. Centrally was Kuri. Now some transition. Rapapa Mensah on the run. Strong defending though for Tormenta. Got 2 changes for Tormenta that we've seen so far. Nemhard has come on, and so too has Andrew Akindele. Nemhard, who had that touch right there defensively. Now Chattanooga getting through. Combination feed towards the back post, looking for a noggin. No connection. And a Chattanooga player, I believe Malongo, was caught up in the netting there for a little bit. Making that furious run towards goal. He just disappeared past the far stick. Nearly halfway complete with the second half here from CHI Memorial Stadium. 2-0 Tormenta. Looking to bounce back after a 3-1 loss. This is loose dangerously and cleared away. Heads up by Ricardo Jerez. Could have been a dangerous opportunity and the chance to make it 3-0. So while Tormenta is looking to bounce back from a 3-1 loss, in their contest a week ago against Richmond, Chattanooga is looking to win 2 straight here at home. 3-1 winners over Lexington, which included 3 goals over the final 10 minutes. Really got the offense going late, trailed 1-0 up until they were able to find the back of the net 3 times from the 80th minute on, including 1 in stoppage time. More space for Tormenta, but it will be blown dead. Offside, Andrew Akindele, the 23-year-old who just came on in the 60th minute. Last year with FC Cincinnati 2 at MLS Next Pro, scored 3 goals. Was a mainstay on that club. Akindele has now appeared in all 8 matches for Tormenta. For the 3rd time, coming on as a substitute. 5 starts. More than 400 minutes. Top 10 on the team. Flag is up here and offside on the other end. Chattanooga does not agree. It's been quiet for that offside flag up until the last 60 seconds. Both teams called off. And a little confusion here. Tormenta perhaps did realize they would get the kick restart. We got things going, 60 degrees at 7:30 here locally. Light rain falling during warm-ups. Mostly cloudy now. Humidity still right around 90%, so it is a humid night. Temperatures, though, not overwhelming by any stretch. This ball over the top. Mensah making the run. Can't get to it, and the slow pickup by Pablo Jara. 4 clean sheets a season ago for Jara. 1 so far this season. Jara in his 6th season with Tormenta. Honored in 2019 as the League One midseason goalkeeper of the year. And a couple of stops here tonight. 3 saves. Has faced 8 total shots from the home team. Pace has slowed here a bit. Chattanooga was very good early in this second half in generating some chances, and it involved breaking lines just like this. Varela. Kouri back. Still Varela. Right foot blocked. Follow-up try. Dished out wide. Malongo dispossessed very nicely and cleared out. Only as far as center. Manuel Madrid in the build again here with Mikhail Williams. Cardona. Malongo. Back to Cardona. The touch. Too strong, wanted a foul whistle, not going to get it. Tonight's attendance here at CHI Memorial Stadium, 2,434 in attendance for this League One contest. And the goal scorers, if you're just joining us, Pedro Fonseca scored late in the first half in the 42nd, and Ryan Serakowski scoring in the 58th minute. Jackson Kuri assisting on the first goal of the contest. And Akale assisting on Serakowski's tally. Both players go down in the center circle. Whistle will sound, and a yellow card has come out. And it is Ropapa Mensah who is in some pain. And it is going to be a free kick opportunity for Chattanooga. Let's take another look here. There's Kilwine, the challenge, and Kilwine's going to be booked with the yellow. So that is the third yellow we've seen here this evening. And all three to Tormenta players. The first two have been subbed off in Fonseca and Akoto. Akoto also may have picked up a knock. The training staff was out to tend to Akoto, and then the change was made. So now Kilwine on the back line, the yellow. We've progressed into the 73rd minute. Those changes came back in the 60th minute. Williams there. There was also a yellow card issued to Mikhail Williams during that stretch with Kilwine. Cross in for Chattanooga across goalmouth and trickles on through. That's the third yellow against Williams on the season in the sixth matchup. Also the third yellow. It's been shown to Kilwine, picked up 2 yellows and was redded out earlier this year. Last week, goals coming for Chattanooga in the 80th, 82nd, and 6th minute of stoppage time. Looking to channel that again here. Lexington took a lead 1-0 in the 78th minute, so there was 0-0 for more than 80% of the contest. So again, once again, the 2 yellows, most recently Preston Kilwine, shown the yellow for Tormenta. And Mikhail Williams shown the yellow for Chattanooga. Yellow cards presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office here this evening. And tonight's matchup is presented by Transcard. Thanks for joining us here in Chattanooga. Drew Casey, the rest of our team. USL League One on ESPN+. As both of these sides look to get to double-digit points tonight. Chattanooga sitting on 7 in this, the 6th match of their campaign. South Georgia on 9. This the 8th match for Tormenta. Goal in each half so far. Chattanooga thinking they have this one. Cardona pleading his case and is going to win it. Cardona, who captained the Puerto Rican national team in last year's Nations League. And 21 career appearances in USL Championship in time with Hartford Athletic. Red Wolves looking to find a way to at least cut the deficit in half first and make this interesting down the stretch. Otherwise, it will be a glorious Cinco de Mayo ride home for the visitors. about 5 hours or so back. He and Cameron hoping it's all smiles, but no time for that just yet. Otieno stepped over it momentarily. Now kicked out wide. Nemhard inside, trickling and sent out. Nearly a fortunate bounce that worked out in wonderful fashion. But not quite. Both of these teams are going to have extensive layoffs following the conclusion of this one. Chattanooga will have 11 days off next in action on Tuesday, May 16th against 1 Knoxville in-state. Malongo out wide, Cardona back inside, loose, and now cleared. Good build there, that's the Chattanooga way. Staying true to the identity and what the club believes in. So 11 days off for Chattanooga, next in action after tonight, Tuesday, May 16th. Meanwhile, for Tormenta, 15 days off. Next in action Saturday, May 20th on the road at Central Valley Fuego. So that's 2 weeks from tomorrow. Will be time for some extended rest and recovery, some time with family and friends, but also the rare opportunity to get some real intense in-season training without what's coming typically at the end of the week in a match day. Get some really hard days of training and not really focusing on the scout in any role. Here's some speed. Akale, an assist already. This is through. Sirakowski reverses, lost his footing.
Beer will no longer be served in the stadium concessions. This is your last
great opportunity. Sirakowski was trying to reverse and plant. He does appear to be A-OK, but lost his footing. Would have likely, if scored, been more than decisive. Would have had a great opportunity. Ford is the official domestic car partner of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Lots of traffic in the substitution area. You see straight ahead. So we'll get some subs here. 4 changes for Chattanooga. Let's run through them here for you. Chattanooga's first change will be Felipe Laborio Jr. coming on and replacing Walefi. All of these changes here coming in the 79th minute. It's going to take a little bit longer than just a few seconds to get all of these completed. Also coming on is Alex Tejera for Chattanooga, coming on and replacing Aaron Lombardi. So these are some offensive-minded changes, to say the least. Siobhan Marsh is also coming on, replacing Mo Espinosa. And the 4th change for Chattanooga that they will make. And there's Tejera coming on. And Pedro Hernandez coming on as well, coming to get Varela. 1 change on the Tormenta side, so that's up to 3 changes total in 2 distinct windows, as John Murphy Jr. comes on, replacing Mukwele Akale. So all of that has taken place. John Murphy Jr. in for Tormenta. And the newcomers that have come on for Chattanooga. Again, Siobhan Marsh, Felipe Laborio Jr., Pedro Hernandez. In addition to Alex Tejera. So those 4 in for Chattanooga. Looking to make an impact here, chasing a 2-goal deficit And again, this is the time where Chattanooga started to percolate in terms of the scoring. A little less than a week ago. Davey Mason here, weaving on through. You'll see a lot of numbers and some chances taken. And the lineup certainly reflects that, with some backline players coming off, with some more aggressive folks in the midfield, typically.
For both the Timbercraft Man of the Match and a concert from Austin Bishop.
That one was caught. Now you heard it from Deshaun Beard. And you saw the catch. It was made 2 feet, were in bounds. 82nd minute. Pedro Hernandez trying to step through. Back to Laborio Jr., one of the 4 subs who just came on, the 27-year-old from Chula Vista, California, who played collegiately for Temple University in Philadelphia. Out over the far side. Be left by Malongo. Coca-Cola is the exclusive soft drink of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. See those wide open hands disappearing in the left corner of your screen of Andrew Akindele, and now it gets that direction. Akindele on the Chase Cardona back, and a challenge, and let's see if this is a card. Jerez, the Chattanooga goalkeeper, is asking for a card to be shown, so much so that he's left his box. Let's see it. Kindele comes on, and the step is certainly late. Didn't seem to have much of a burst. That may have been the intent as well for timing purposes.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
It is going to result in a yellow card, but not against Akindele. It's against Ricardo Jerez, the goalkeeper for Chattanooga. A yellow card presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. So Jerez, when you leave your box like that and the call's not coming, that's going to be pretty clear for argument there. An emotional night here. 83rd minute, the goals, Fonseca in the 42nd. And Sarakowski with a beautiful strike in the 58th minute to make this a 2-0 contest, and we stay there. Tackle here, and this is going to be a free kick opportunity for the Red Wolves. Is this the chance that can move this game to a halfway deficit from 2-1? Riley Kraft will get set up. Murphy Jr., the sub recently. Knutson not pleased with the call. Murphy Jr. and Sarakowski will form a shield of 2. As Riley Kraft readies. Right-footed service, power towards goal, near side, ball loose, cleared away. Akindele dropping back and gets it out of immediate danger. Well, that was a fastball. And it was cleared away. Pedro Hernandez, one of the other subs who came on in that sequence of 4 changes for Ziggy Koratoski on that throw-in. Cooley coming in, cross! Looking for Sarakowski, just a little bit late. Sarakowski a bit late to the join, or Cooley was too quick. Looking for more, which would really put this one on ice. Davey Mason has joined. Chris Heckenberg here. Heckenberg weaving on. Now Cooley. Assisted earlier. Sarakowski scored earlier, and this is sent wide to the near side. And it looks like we're going to have a change. And Cooley, I think, is going to come off. Yes, and referee Deshaun Beard is asking Cooley to take the long way. And Jake Dengler will come back for Tormenta, and this is great to see. Returning from injury. the 2022 USL League One All-League second team Henri, who played almost every minute, played every game last year, comes on as the change. Of course, more defense in the mindset. Kouri comes off. Tormenta looking to protect this 2-goal advantage here this evening in Chattanooga. Appreciate you being with us for this contest on a Friday night. Hope you're enjoying it on Cinco de Mayo. Kouri still making that long walk, just crossed behind the goal. Maybe we'll join those kids on the berm that were chasing down those loose balls earlier. Teammates ahead, Dangler able to clear. So Chattanooga had the rush. Dangler tested immediately, and this is ruled to be a throw. They've already put it back in play. And now the service towards Frame, headed out. Last touch by Tormenta, so it will be a corner kick presented by your local Ford dealer. And lots of pace, and Riley Kraft, who's been serving it quite well. The 25-year-old from Roseville, California. Left hand up and into it with the right. Headed out of immediate danger by Preston Kilwine, playing on a yellow. Ball loose here, still bouncing right. Everybody stopped. The whistle never blew. Now it's blowing. And that's because the flag is up. Everybody was pointing and putting the hands up. The whistle just a little bit later, but an offside play. Fonseca and Starakowski, the goal scorers here this evening at CHI Memorial Stadium. Tormenta FC in fantastic position to move to 12 points and 4 in the league table through 8 played. And the Red Wolves in danger of falling to 2-3-1. And 5 of the first 6 have been here at home. Plenty of season left, but the Red Wolves hoping they don't say this was a missed opportunity with all of this home field at the beginning. But a team that continues to build here and find its form. Off the right side, service is in here. Cleared right back out where it came from and cleared out of immediate danger. Plenty of whistles here. And they're going to go over to the 4th official here for a conversation, and a yellow card has come out against the head coach. Don't see that every day. South Georgia head coach, we should clarify, Ian Cameron, especially a 2-0 lead here in the 89th minute. We talked about it about 10 minutes ago. No smiles yet, and not going to be any smiles after a yellow either. Up ahead for Laborio Jr. Stepping on through Hernandez. And cleared away for what will be a corner kick. Another corner for Chattanooga. Brought to you by your local Ford dealer. Need to go quickly. Headed out by Dangler, who's been active twice in pretty prime scoring areas. Right back to it. Service in. Second ball. Going for acrobatics was Mensah. Not ruled dangerous. Play continues. Left foot. That's well wide into the seats. Off the foot of Siobhan Marsh. Initial service from Riley Kraft was solid, but Red Wolves have been unable to get on top of anything past that goal line. Pablo Haro just now stoppage time away from a clean sheet. 4 minutes. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Red Wolves need to go quickly. That 4 is enough for 2. But there is not much pad. Sean Nemhart getting set to send this back in. After the final whistle, do stay with us. We will choose our man of the match. We'll see full-time highlights and recap the night here from CHI Memorial Stadium. 1 goal in each half for Tormenta. In fantastic shape for a League One Cinco de Mayo 3-point victory. Split on the far side. Chattanooga has it back. But all the way back in their own end. Madrid up ahead. Some space for Marsh, who sent one wide just a few moments ago. Hernandez, fresh legs for these youngsters up front. Right-footed cross, it's a good one. Ball is loose, looking for an opportunity. Riley Kraft found out, and it was bouncing and could not connect with much power. Eventually got it towards goal. Now another try. That is wide. That was the chance for Chattanooga to make it 2-1 and have a chance perhaps to level eventually at 2. Let's see it again. Good ball in. There was a touch from the keeper. And now this one loose right after that, but the opportunity was there for Riley Kraft. And less than 2 minutes, if that 4 minute is right on the nose. It does appear it will be the same result from the League One final from a season ago. We have a whistle here. And if Tormenta holds here in the last 5 meetings, it would be 4-1 for Tormenta. Last season in the regular season, Tormenta won 2 of 3 regular season meetings. The league final, and then here we are early on in 2023. Dangler restarts with the chip, and a whistle and a push there from Madrid. And it is going to be a free kick for Tormenta, up by 2. Offensive third, decent chance to send one towards goal. And that should just about do it. Once again, man of the match, full-time highlights, post-game recap, all coming up once we get the final whistle here shortly. Otieno, Chris Heckenberg, you wonder if Tormenta will even attempt a shot here. Content to try and run it out. Otieno towards the corner flag, and it will be a throw-in. Humid night, overcast, rain, and pregame warm-ups, couple of sprinkles throughout. And it is going to be the visitors from Statesboro, Georgia. This will be a corner kick here. John Murphy Jr. lining it up. May just have to touch this. It's put in play, and there is the final whistle. Tormenta FC comes into Chattanooga and CHI Memorial Stadium and picks up a decisive 2-0 victory. With the win, Tormenta to 4-4. Red Wolves fall to 2-3-1. The goal scorers in this one, Fonseca and Ryan Sierakowski. First and second half tallies, respectively, for the Chattanooga Red Wolves and Sigi Korotowski. Tough results here tonight for the bench boss and the fans of the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Time to pick the man of the match on the Chattanooga side, presented by Timbercraft Whiskey. And it is Riley Kraft. Kraft had a couple of services. They were strong, but nothing could be converted. Riley Kraft is our man of the match, presented by Timbercraft Whiskey here this evening from CHI Memorial Stadium. The goalkeeper for the Red Wolves, Ricardo Jerez, 37 years old, will take the loss in this one. Also picked up a yellow card. As we take a look at our save of the match here at home, presented by the Chattanoogan by Hilton. This was way back in the first half. Nick Akoto's ball in. Now the ball loose and the diving save. Ryan Sarakowski kept out there. And a good sequence. And again, the longer version, Akoto's ball in. The one touch there that was very crafty by Akale did not affect Jerez at all. And that is our save of the match, presented by the Chattanooga Hotel by Hilton. So it is a final score here. South Georgia Tormenta FC 2, Chattanooga Red Wolves nothing. We're back to wrap it up in just a moment here on ESPN+.
The future is in these foothills. The world's fastest internet from EPB is in homes from Hickson to Highland Park. In classrooms from East Lake to East Brainerd. And in reach of those striving to learn more, be more, achieve more. The future is here with fiber optic speeds up to 25 gigs, only from EPB.
I need to try it first.
Final score, South Georgia Tormenta FC 2 and Chattanooga Red Wolves SC nothing. 2-0 with goals in the first and the second half. Let's take a look at our full-time highlights for this one. Full-time highlights are brought to you by CHI Memorial. Rematch of what was last year's USL League One final. And it started off with some opportunities for both teams early. Tormenta as Jackson Coolry gets inside. And this was late in the first half, finding Fonseca, who absolutely buried it. It started on one end with a good keep by Akoto, and inside Coolry with the crafty passing, able to change direction, use both feet, and Fonseca was able to bury it. Transition opportunities for Tormenta FC. Advantage ruled there. Akale works through more advantage, and then this fire gets in. What a strike for Tormenta's Ryan Sarakowski. That goal coming in the 58th minute. 2-0 at that point. Akale gets the assist on that tally. And that was essentially it in terms of the scoring. Chattanooga had a couple of chances, but could not get one past the wall at the back for Tormenta. And Pablo Hora, here's the late run by Hernandez. Loose here, and then this one right at the end of regulation full time. Could not be buried by Riley Kraft. Let's see it again. There was a touch there by Hora to keep that one from bouncing right onto the foot of Riley Kraft, but unable to get that one towards goal. Let's take a look at the full-time stats presented by SmartBank. Experience SmartBank. The shots, 12-11. Chattanooga actually had the edge, but 5-3 on target in favor of Tormenta. Possession was relatively even, and the discipline, 2 yellows for Chattanooga and 3 shown to Tormenta FC players in this one. Cinco de Mayo here from CHI Memorial Stadium has come and gone. And it's a 2-0 decision for South Georgia Tormenta FC, improving to 4-4, 12 points in the table. Chattanooga 2-3-1, remaining at 7 points. For our entire team, I'm Drew Casey. Thanks for watching USL League One on ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.